Welcome to Left, Right, and You with Tim Elenz and Paul Edwards. They're talking current events, politics, local, state, and federal. Now here's Tim Elenz and Paul Edwards and Left, Right, and You.
Go. 1, 2, 3, go. No.
Hello.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm good, Tim. How you doing today?
Good. Tell you to go, and then I go.
How was your Christmas?
It was good. It's good. It's over. So that was good.
Did you get to dress up as Santa Claus? Santa Claus?
Saturday. No. Friday night. Friday night I did. I was Santa Claus out in Lake in the Hills, which is cool. I've been doing that for 12 or 15 years now. That was pretty cool. Actually, I wish Dawn would send me those photos. She was supposed to send them to me or put them on Facebook, but she hasn't done that yet.
Dawn, if you're listening, being late with pictures is a very bad thing. You'll be on Santa's naughty list for next year, and your present quota will go down.
Yeah, if you don't do it before the end of the year, Tony Orlando will be sending you pictures.
Tony Orlando.
Yes, and it'll be wrapped in a yellow ribbon.
Yes.
And probably placed out near the old oak tree, perhaps?
Hold on.
Not three times.
Actually, me and Antanas were at that George, show. We were at the show at the Flamingo, and Tony Orlando was there.
Oh, cool.
And he came, George what? George
Wallace,
show.
yeah, comedian, yeah. Okay.
He was good.
Orlando came up and gave me a big hug, and then I found out later that he's never been married, so I was a little concerned there.
Didn't it surprise you? Or didn't you catch on when he wanted to hug you from behind?
No, he didn't.
That wasn't the
Actually,
tip-off?
I think he wanted me to hug him.
Kids might want to leave the room right about now. just telling people. Do you
think we got a big kids audience?
That ought to hold a little. Never mind.
Anyway, you know what? We I think we're remiss sometimes, Tim, in doing enough pub for ourselves. For those who don't know, Tim is just a whiz at marketing and getting us out there. Tim, why don't you tell everybody about all our Facebook, our website, our TV show, all that stuff, ways that they can reach us and talk to us.
Don't go to our website yet, Left, Right, and You, because Antanas hasn't worked his magic on it yet, but he's going to be doing it.
But it's there.
Hopefully this week. It is
there.
We are getting emails on it.
Yes, I have gotten emails.
So you can email Tim or Paul, Tim at or Paul at leftrightandyou.com. And we have been getting emails.
Yes.
And I don't think it has anything to do with Dave, because I don't think Dave's been plugging us enough. But we have been getting...
wait a minute, I heard him plugging us during the previous show.
I'm just teasing Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, the only reason you get our attention is because we love you. So we're not going to grab you from behind.
But Tim, our radio show is actually taped every week, and it plays, about 6 times a day? Something like that?
No, I think where we got it was from the TV.
Yeah, but I'm saying our radio show gets put on TV, not live, but it gets replayed. How many times a day?
Like 6, right? Yeah. 6 times?
Looped Antanas is going 5, 6,
5 or 6 times a day. It gets looped with all the different shows where, they're fill-in.
Yeah, and what channel is that?
They got nothing else to put us, so they put us
But what channel can they find us at?
Channel 24.3.
24.3. So that's if you have an antenna, your home, not cable.
We may be on Comcast. So
really?
We might be on Comcast very shortly. They're making a deal. I don't know if anybody knows this now, but ever since the cable and the satellite, every channel has three channels now.
Okay.
So CBS has channel 1, 2, and 3. So they have CBS channel 2.1, 0.2, 0.3.
Okay.
NBC has 5.1, 0.2, 0.3. And we're on a new station, 24. And channel 24.1 is all Polish.
Okay.
Because of Chicago.
Okay. And
channel 24.2 is going to be retro 80s comedy.
Okay.
Is what it's going to be. And we're going to be the main headliners on 24.3. Oh, yeah.
He's a comedy guy. We hook him up.
Well, we ought to talk to you about that.
You think you're retro 80, I'm thinking it's just going to be all facts of life probably all the time.
Well, you know what? We should talk to Dave. Maybe we can get Dave to go.
Yeah. Well, Dave, aren't you also part of a couple of improv troupes, perhaps?
I have been known to do improv in the Chicagoland area.
Okay.
Libertyville.
Stand-up? Yeah.
Not stand-up, just part of improv. Yeah, I'll have to. In fact, you guys should come up. It's in Libertyville.
Okay.
I think after the first of the year. I think because of Christmas and New Year's, usually on Saturday night. I'm at the Improv Playhouse with my team.
What is your team?
Not just me. It's called Lost Not Stolen.
Oh, I thought you
Which,
said
when
lost
you come up,
nuts.
we'll call it left not right.
I would say we should call it Lost and Not Found.
Yeah, Lost Not Found. By the way, Tony Orlando, it has been married, by the way, just to let you know.
And what was her name? I'm sorry.
What was his name?
Elaine.
Oh, okay.
Elaine.
How long has he been divorced? Elton John was married too. You're not telling me.
Hello, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Liza Minnelli. Yeah, a lot of folks.
Elton John came out and said that he's bisexual, but he prefers men, and then he married a guy. So, Can you imagine what a terrible curse that would be? Imagine wanting to date everybody you meet. Think of the phone numbers you'd have.
Oh my goodness gracious!
You could have 2 of these Blackberries, you wouldn't have enough room on them, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, Dave, I would
Yes.
come if you would tell me the date ahead
Okay.
of time. I will definitely. I would love to come.
Cool.
Be a good date night.
It's usually family friendly, so I apologize. So
I'm not coming in.
I just figured that.
Not X-rated.
but then again, Dave, if you knew my family, you could say just about anything.
Yes. So we're up in Libertyville,
Milwaukee Avenue.
Milwaukee Avenue. Yeah, right behind there's like a Caribou Coffee. It's kitty corner from like the Libertyville Theater.
It isn't a building. You're not actually just out doing jokes behind the Caribou Coffee.
No.
I hope.
No, it's not
Maybe
Shakespeare in the Park. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, some of those Starbucks or those Potbellies have people that sing
I've seen them in
songs.
music. I don't think I've ever seen
Comedy?
Comedy. Maybe they've done
Magicians.
stand-up. Magicians.
Maybe we should be magicians. That would be cool.
Yeah, have them throw their wallets in a hat and then leave.
Well, when is the date? Announce it now on our show. Can you?
I will. I'm not sure the next date.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
like I said, because with the with Christmas and New Year's falling on a Saturday, there's been no shows. So the first regular scheduled show, I will tell you next week.
Yeah, plug it on here. And we also are on Facebook, of course.
Yeah, I'm
Left, Right, and You on Facebook, which I believe Antanas has got all kinds of video of our recent shows
we're on
up
YouTube.
there. YouTube. You can find us a lot of different places, and I know most of you are probably going, you look, you see our pictures one time, and you just stick to the radio, but for those of you who have bad eyesight, you can stomach watching video of us.
Videos are kind of funny, actually.
Yeah.
Some of them
Oh,
are really
I'm
good.
going to invite you, by the way. I'm in another group from the Schaumburg Park District, and we're having a show Friday night. Not this Friday night, the first Friday in January.
Okay, where's that going to be at?
It's going to be at the Tennis Plus in one of the tennis park districts in Schaumburg.
Oh, yeah, it's right by Costco. I know where it's at.
Yeah.
It's on off of Remington Drive.
It's right off Remington. It's
Yeah.
on Payne Avenue.
Sure.
So-
I used to go there and play all the time.
Yeah. So we're in there. We're in the bar, and it's
And what do you do? It's a comedy?
it's a comedy. It's Whose Line? It's games. It's the improv games. It's usually about 2 hours. So and it's free. So we give you a lot for your money.
Oh, it's free.
Yeah.
Oh, heck, I'll
and
definitely
an
be
open
there.
bar. An open bar. Not a free bar, but an open bar. So
It's like,
So,
wow.
Does open mean somebody just gets behind it and starts
someone
serving
gets.
drinks?
There's a bartender. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, that's cool. I used to eat there all the time. I used to play racquetball.
Yeah. So we're there on Friday night, and our next show is on January 7th, Friday,
time?
January 7th at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, I can make that one, I think. Yeah. everything's
Excellent.
That one's called The Time Travelers.
So
So
anyway, let's get to it. What are we doing talking about?
Well, what do you want to talk about today?
I had a healthcare bill. How about that? I see what's going on with that.
What-
they debunked it. They defunded it. It's completely defunded until March 4th.
That's it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
It's a beautiful thing.
Your friend Bill, if you're listening, your friend Bill was on Facebook today, and he wrote something about that the United States now passes Spain as far as having people without insurance, having more people without medical insurance in the United States than in Spain. And I had to correct Bill and say, well, Bill, I don't know if you knew this or not, but they have government-run health care in Spain.
Yeah.
So nobody has medical
And I would
insurance.
think that we have a few more people here in the United States than Spain.
I don't know how big Spain is.
Spain's it's not as big as the United States. It's part of Europe.
No. It can't be. I would
No.
say maybe 40,000, 40 million, maybe
You know,
30
but-
million.
45,957,671.
By the last census.
You know, but I did see that the president still is tone deaf. And I shouldn't say that because I really did not hear the details of it. I just sort of saw the flash that he's trying to put regulations in place that will circumvent the parts of the law that either are being ruled unconstitutional or that the new House is putting off. He's going to put it through via regulations. So once again, just finding a way to circumvent the will of the people.
I don't you think he's going to sit down with Congress and he's going to work it out? You don't think he's going to sit down with them?
That's a really good question.
I mean, this was big on this tax thing that he did, the Social Security tax thing that he yanked out.
Mm-hmm.
That's some pretty. I mean, he really ticked off the people on the far left.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a big. I was shocked.
So
I was absolutely shocked by that.
Let me ask you this: did he? Because if you listen to the Democrats right now, they're touting everything they got done in the lame dunk session.
Well, what are they supposed to do?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying they're touting everything that they got done. So my question to you is there compromise now, or did in other words, did Obama compromise and get some things done, or did he just cave? What's your take?
You know what? I think he's starting to compromise. I believe. I have a different opinion of Obama than you. I think Obama is a sincere guy. I think he's just in over his head. I think he's a good guy, but he's an ideologist, and he's way over his head. He has no clue.
Yeah, and you know what? And I think you and I don't know if we talked about it on the radio, but I know you and I had a conversation where I was starting to lean your way that maybe he's just incompetent. Where I thought he was. Where I really thought that he's a bad guy.
I wouldn't say he's incompetent. I would say he's ignorant. I think that would be a better word. I just think I don't think he understands the ways of Washington, and I don't think he. And I was watching.
Well, I don't think he understands the way of the real world. I mean, he's always been in a non-for-profit sort of mode.
Yeah.
You know, he's never really. You know, he's never met a payroll, never had to actually get a real result in order to be measured.
Not much different than Pat Quinn. Basically wants to take. Oh, look at Paul's crying. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you see that he wants to borrow $13 billion from Wall Street? Hey, what do you think of that?
Dave, because I guess I could do it, but could you find out who the senator is in Oklahoma? This guy did you see this guy making the tour? Tom or Coburn, I think is his name?
Yeah, he's a doctor. Tom Coburn.
Do you see him? He was on Chris Wallace on Sunday, and he said he found $350 billion of just waste, of just programs that the government is spending money on that serve absolutely no purpose.
Yeah, but he didn't name names. I always find that funny that so far nobody has. Here's what we're going to cut off, and people say, "Well, give me an example." At least Chris was trying to do that on the Sunday show,
and he didn't do it.
I didn't see the whole. I've got the programs. I've got $350 million or $350 billion, I think. So I always find that funny. That you know.
I just caught bits and pieces. I still have it recorded, but I caught bits and pieces, and I thought it was real interesting. He just kind of seemed like he was coming out and saying, "Hey, we got to do something. We got to get rid of this spending. We got to get rid of this spending." I get a kick out of the Democrats because they go, "Well, we've got to raise taxes to pay this. We're $14 trillion deficit now." Bush has been accredited with $1.3 trillion.
Okay, and where are we at now?
We're 14 trillion. So Bush, by the CBO, which my friend Bill always likes to quote, is responsible for 1.3 or 1.4, give or take.
So 10% of it.
A billion, yeah. And so they're talking now about raising the taxes, and they're going to pay off the deficit, which we know they're not going to pay off the deficit with the tax raise. Or a year ago when they were doing all these things, they decided, well, we're just going to raise taxes and pay for them all. And they didn't have the votes to raise taxes last year on it. So what were you going to say?
No, I'm just raising taxes.
Well, what's the purpose of government?
According to who?
According to you.
According to me?
Yeah, what do you think the purpose of government is?
Hi, folks. Are you currently looking for life or medical insurance? Do you have an insurance policy that you're not sure of? I'm Tim Elenz of Benefits Age. At Benefits Age, we specialize in reducing the amount our clients pay for their life and medical insurance coverages. We currently survey over 400 different programs, and that activity guarantees our clients the best plans at the lowest possible cost. Give us a call for a free consultation at 1-800-317-0181. That number again is 1-800-317-0181, or visit us on the internet at www.benefitsage.com.
Hello, my name is Alan Orlowski, and I'm an attorney specializing in the business of helping my clients plan and protect their estates in the event tragedy should strike. Time and again, I see how little or no estate planning devastates the financial futures of families with horrendous consequences. So, if you are concerned about your family, need a will or a trust, or more sophisticated estate planning, please call me for your free initial consultation at 847-325-5559. That number again is 847-325-5559. Thank you, and looking forward to your phone call.
That's a really good question.
Why do you pay taxes?
You know, I need to think about that. And why don't you tell me what you think first?
I think government is basically to make sure that we live in a civilization that protects people's individual rights. I think government's for public safety. I think it's to assist in education, and it's assist the people, not necessarily to carry people up. But you know, make. Now I wouldn't say make it an even playing ground, not capitalism, that's for sure. But I think public safety and education is the purpose. And public safety is the streets, the roads, fire, police.
Okay.
You know, health care as far as disease kind of things. But public safety, I don't think it's these earmarks or special projects for tobacco lobbyists or bailing farmers out because of the architecture, things, or Southwater mouses, or those Southfield mouses from San Francisco. I don't think that's what government's for.
I think it's set out pretty simple, though, when you think about it. It says, the government is here to ensure life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And
no, I don't know where it says that. I don't know that it necessarily says that.
Well, and the pursuit of happiness, and the real key word there is the pursuit of it. So maybe they're required to create an environment that's conducive to people having the opportunity for success. But it's not life, liberty, and happiness. I think our government has overstepped
we're being,
the boundaries to say that, it's like no one can be a loser anymore. You know what? When I was a loser, I was a loser. I accepted being a loser. I had a big L tattooed on my forehead. Now I just put another one on there. Now it's a W.
Long time. I don't know you ever being a loser, but what do you mean? I'm not.
Well, entitlement programs. I mean, right now.
Well, what is an entitlement program that you have a big issue with?
Just about every one of them. Anything that you're not paying into, but you're getting out of.
Let's be a little bit more specific, Senator.
I will be more specific with how about public aid, any form of it. I will be the unemployment being extended and extended and extended. To me, that's ridiculous.
How about the age 26 now with the couch potato law with the health care, where you can now carry your kids to age 26? You think that's an entitlement? Is that small business?
I think that they should pay for themselves.
I remember getting out of school at 18, 19 years old and having to go right out and find a job and work.
When I finally dropped out of college, finally I was 19.
You didn't graduate?
No.
I thought you did for
No,
some
I did my 3 years of college in 2 years, quit when I was 19 because, I don't know if you guys know this, but you cannot major in girls and beer. And that's where I put the majority of my effort into.
Don't you start off studying that while you're figuring out where you want to be in your life?
Well, I was studying that from a young age on. I really thought I should have had a master's. Not quite the PhD that you had, Tim, but a master's degree nevertheless.
By the way, a new program in ECC could actually study in girls and beer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you know what?
Came out the news, the Daily Herald.
And I'll be more than happy to help teach that class.
Well, I have a PhD at a crap table.
Yeah.
I know that. That I can assure you. I've spent more time at a crap table.
Speaking of gambling, I'm on a little bit of a roll. I've been winning again.
Where have you been playing?
I played out in Chesterton, Pennsylvania. Played in Dubuque, Iowa. Haven't indulged here in Elgin, though.
I don't think I've been at a crap table this whole year.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been to one crap table this year.
No, I've been playing some blackjack, and I haven't been losing. For about a year and a half, I was like a baby seal. Every time I walked into a casino, they just started clubbing me over the head and took my money. They didn't even let me make a bet.
So you could have just kicked you in the groin and taken half your money, and you could have gone home a winner.
Yep. That would have been kick me in the groin, take half my money. I'm ahead of the game.
Yeah. Anyway, where's Jeff at?
I don't know.
Jeff, 847-931-1410 if you've forgotten our phone number here. Yeah, this is the first week he hasn't called in. He calls in every week here.
And we had Phil calling for a while.
Yeah, Phil.
By the way, I have a new poll if you want to listen to the Gallup poll. I don't know if you heard this. Most admired men of 2010.
It's always depressing.
I don't see you. You might have made 11 and 12, by the way, Paul. So
I thought it was number 13.
Number 13. Number 10 is the Dalai Lama.
Who our president would not see in the White House, but continue.
Yes.
Why wouldn't he see the?
Because it would upset China.
Oh.
Go ahead.
They're not upset as.
I think both presidents. I think GW also. There was an issue where he had to, when he went to China, he couldn't see the Dalai Lama. I believe, because it would be upsetting
Yeah.
China. Number 8 tied Jimmy Carter and Glenn Beck.
Wait.
Tied?
Wait. What is this a poll of?
Yeah, most admired men for
Jimmy Carter?
Jimmy
Yeah.
Carter and Glenn Beck.
And why is Jimmy Carter admired? I'm just curious.
It doesn't say why.
Are we now admiring who's the worst president in modern history?
The question was asked, what man that you have heard or read about living today in any part of the world do you admire most? And that
Wow.
would be the,
You didn't hear about this?
No,
This
go
is
ahead.
all over the news.
yeah.
I have been away from the news lately, which is really bad considering I
You
do
want to borrow
like
my
this radio.
Samsung? Oh,
Go ahead.
Number 6 tied Pope Benedict and Reverend Billy Graham.
Wow.
Number 6 tied for number 6. Number 5, Bill Gates. Number 4, Nelson Mandela. Number 3, President Clinton, former President Clinton. Number 2, George W. Bush. And number 1, your favorite president, Barack Obama.
Barack Hussein
Yeah.
Obama.
Yeah.
Okay.
And who were the women? Hillary Clinton was number 1, wasn't she?
Was there a woman? Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
she,
Hillary Clinton.
Oh, listen to Dave. Oh, they rated. Oh, Karen's out there going. You guys aren't even going to talk about the women.
I am. Karen, I am. No. I brought it up, Karen.
Are women even worth mentioning?
Oh, Dave. Dave, I'm pretty sure Karen's saying you're number 1.
Oh, thank you.
Was it Hillary?
With both hands, she's saying you're number 1.
Actually, you know who's noticeably missing out of the top 3?
Who?
Michelle Obama. She's missing out of the top 3. I watched it in the news this morning. I watched Fox this morning. I didn't have time to watch.
Who else was on there? Was
here it is,
Sarah
yes.
on there?
Here she's got. Sarah Palin's on there.
Yeah, let's see. Sarah Palin is number 2. Hillary is number 1. Oprah Winfrey is number 3.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama is number 4.
Okay.
Condoleezza Rice is 5.
Oh, wow.
Queen Elizabeth is number 6. Angelina Jolie is number 7. That was just basically all her children.
That's
children
it.
voting
Beers
for
and
her.
women's
Yeah,
party.
just her
Beer and
children.
women party.
Margaret Thatcher was number 8. And tied for number 9, Barbara Bush, Laura Bush, and I hope I'm saying this right, Aung San Suu Kyi.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
All right.
You know, I heard the economy is so bad in the
You know what to say.
the economy in the United States is so bad now. Angelina Jolie might adopt a U.S. Orphan.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
We're not as bad as a third world country yet.
Oh, the key word there was yet.
Yet, yeah. No, we're printing money now, though. That's pretty cool. Then we're going to start printing our own money.
I've
Why do we have
I've
gold?
started printing my own money too.
Oh, that's good. Now
But-
the Secret
but-
Service is
but-
going to be here.
But I use crayons and stuff, so it's
Oh.
like no one's even going for it.
Who do you think's going to run against Barack Obama on the Republican ticket? Well, let me back up. Who's going to run against him on the Democratic ticket? You think anybody's going to run against him?
No one will run.
Nobody
against
runs against him. When's the last time that
it.
happened?
It's bad form. God, who was it?
Carter.
Carter? Who ran against?
It was Kennedy.
Kennedy?
Yeah.
Kennedy ran against him.
Which Kennedy?
The one that just died.
Okay.
The one
Ted Kennedy.
Ted Kennedy ran against him. Who do you think?
The really good
Republicans-
driver in the family.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
When do you get rid of that? You know,
What?
I mean, when you kill somebody? I mean, when is it that you don't have to live it with anymore?
When you're dead.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's been dead for a while now.
Oh,
He's been
okay.
almost a
So
year.
I'll leave him alone. I'm
over
sorry.
a year. He's been gone over a year now.
He's been gone 3 years.
Listen. So who do you think the Republicans are? You got Mitt Romney, Tim Pawlowski. Is he out of Minnesota?
Paletny.
I like the guy Ryan. Is that his name?
Paul Ryan.
Yeah.
From Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a really cool guy.
Well, you heard on Fox News, the ones that you're mentioning haven't declared, but they could always jump in if there's a weak crowd, which some of them sound very weak. If there's a weak crowd, they might just jump in. The people who are announced, they just might run in. I'm thinking, Jeb Bush might run in, might make a run.
I don't think a Bush can win.
I do. And so I agree. I disagree.
Yeah?
I think Jeb Bush could win.
Really?
Yeah, I think Jeb Bush is still very popular in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And number 2, Dave just said number 2 is
Number 2
George
is
W.
G.W.
Bush.
Bush. Yep. And he was a very popular, very popular governor in Florida. So
Very popular still to this day, I
Yeah.
believe. He's very popular. I think there's term limits in Florida. I think that's why he had to step down.
yeah.
No, I don't agree with that. I think a Bush can win.
Really?
I
I think that would be bad. Then I think you're
Maybe Reggie Bush should run.
You're bordering very close on monarchy if you run another Bush.
Why do you? No,
I don't like that.
I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I think, you know how I feel about George Bush. I think George Bush did a lot of good stuff.
He did.
And a lot of people, oh, you're crazy, he's this and the other thing. You know, like he said, you know, when you see the economy going to crash, what are you supposed to do? But when you see there's terrorist attacks going, you go over there and you kick butt.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did. I mean, it seems to me like we're having nothing but terrorist attacks and threats of terrorist attacks all over. They just arrested a bunch of people in London the other day. I think we got to go to a break.
You want to go to a break?
Let's go to a break.
All right.